Welcome to the Phillips 66 Big 12 Men's Basketball Championship as you're watching the Big 12 on ESPN. T-Mobile Center in Kansas City. Baylor and Texas Tech tonight.
We'll see if that lack of production off the bench hurts this team tonight, because that production last night with Jaden Nunn coming off the bench, Jalen Roach playing good minutes, was a big part of that win against Kansas State.
Two-seed Red Raiders in the white, the designated home team, as JT Toppin in the lane, gets his own miss. Kerwin Walton.
Excellent job of just that extra pass to find Walton.
Baylor, the 7th seed, comes in looking for their 20th win of the season. Norchad Omier goes to work down low.
Man, he is so strong. His upper body and his ability to attack. They feel like Texas Tech is going to play Norchad Omier straight up one-on-one. And so that's a matchup that they want to try to establish very early on for the Baylor Bears.
Rolling to the basket, JT Toppin the flush.
JT Toppin from Chancellor.
These two teams played just once this season in Lubbock, back on February 4th, just over a month ago. And Chance McMillan led the way for Texas Tech with 19, hitting 5 threes, as Norchad Omier doing work inside for Baylor.
Do you see how they're spacing the floor out and just isolating Norchad Omier down low underneath the hoop?
JT Toppin stepping out for 3.
The opportunity to be a champion comes few and far between during the course of the season. Non-conference tournament, maybe, conference play, and then you have the conference tournament, and then if you're lucky, you get a chance in the NCAAs.
And a strong move to beat the shot clock again. Norchad Omier for Baylor. For right, the third inside. Here come the Red Raiders. Kerwin Walton. Corner three, and a chance for 4.
Rule number 1 in college basketball, it happens every game. But do not foul a jump shooter from beyond the arc. And this is compounded by the fact that it's VJ Edgecombe. When a shooter goes up, you cannot go into their body. And when you get in their landing zone, the officials are going to call that every single time.
In a lot of ways, it's turned into an epidemic this season in college basketball.
I don't understand it. I mean, it's something that's drilled every single day in practice. Like, no coach is like, hey, when someone takes a jump shot, go right after him.
Norchad Omier gathers and scores underneath. He is all 8 for Baylor. Texas Tech, after missing their first shot, has made 5 in a row, 6 in a row. Third 3 already for Kerwin Walton. Elijah Hawkins stumbling.
JT Toppin out of the game.
But attacking the basket, Federico. Norchad Omier had it dislodged. That's why there wasn't a travel. Jaden Nunn draws a foul. Will get to the line. It's on Elijah Hawkins of Texas Tech.
Listen to him on the phone. What would be normally pretty annoying to get that many phone calls.
You need some water? You need me to go get you something? And he is. I mean, you go to his office here, you want a t-shirt, you want to get over all the way to the top of the mountaintop and getting named a national champion in 2021.
Now in his 22nd season in Waco coaching Baylor. Christian Anderson, the freshman from deep, and Texas Tech has made 8 consecutive shots.
He's a dude. Like Christian Anderson comes off the bench, and he is a game changer. When the ball hits his hands, he is a threat to score wherever he is on the floor. Look out.
Norchad Omier off the lob.
And they vacate to change up how they're defending Norchad Omier. Better job pushing him off the block, not allowing him to catch it in the paint.
And the strength of Omier, but then he's denied, got it back. And after the block shot by JT Toppin, Omier puts it in.
Roxy, 12 of the 14 points for the team now have come from Norchad Omier. I mean, turn his water off. Nobody else can score.
Chance McMillan. 3 spins out. JT Toppin at the other end. He'll go to the line.
So pretty good job.
Toppin, 72% from the line. Third in the Big 12.
both of them double-doubles, and he's just been outstanding, continuing to...
Last year at New Mexico was the Mountain West Conference Co-Rookie of the Year. Leaving Albuquerque to go to Lubbock. Freshman for Baylor in the key, Robert Wright III, who this season set
the free throw line on a drive. So everything has come at the cup right now for the Baylor Bears.
Tough runner, and Robert Wright is able to get it to go.
Downhill attack. Really good job. We talked so much about VJ Edgecombe, but Robert Wright, a very talented freshman.
16 of their 18 have come in the paint for Baylor. And the Bears last night had 42 points in the paint against Kansas State. From the outside, Elijah Hawkins. Darian Williams the miss, but got his own miss. And the putback off the heel of the rim, but another offensive rebound.
Coach Drew was just saying they were rebounding the ball well, not on this possession.
Darian Williams, free!
He deserved it. You get 2 offensive rebounds. You deserve that shot and shoot the ball. As a team, 38% from beyond the arc. They average over 10 made threes per game. They're trying to compete with what BYU did in this building earlier today, knocking down 18 for Kevin Young.
5 on the shot clock. North Shadow Mir, and a foul as Jason Asamoah, the freshman.
Too deep in the paint, and a very good player who has hit big shots. Go back to their wins.
10:24 left in the half. And Jason Asamoah, who's played sparing, kick out.
Great ball movement.
Wide open. And missing everything, Chance McMillan, but kept alive by Texas Tech.
That's the conference player of the year, diving out of bounds to secure this extra possession.
Darian Williams makes him pay.
When he got ejected, JT Toppin was ejected in that contest. The competitiveness of this team kind of started to show out and show out. And you've seen it now in the last couple of possessions.
VJ Edgecombe, his first points of the night. Back the other way, Christian Anderson nails a three. 9 threes for Texas Tech. VJ Edgecombe down the lane, gliding in. North Shadow Mir on the offensive glass. The kick out, and a three rattles in. Jason Asamoah.
You mentioned rarely used, but was ready and had his feet set underneath him. North Shadow Mir carves out so much space to get the offensive board.
10-3 for the Red Raiders.
Try zone, try man, do everything you can.
Try zone, try man.
I'm not that talented.
I just wanted to clarify that. VJ Edgecombe on a step through and he's fouled.
Just got injured here a year ago. Hasn't been exactly right. The focus is on the NCAA tournament. Bring out the best of him. The last couple of possessions, much more assertive in trying to drive down. Going to look for the advantage spot that he has out on the floor. I'd throw to Federico right now. He's got VJ Edgecombe on him. Just duck in. But Federico's standing behind him, allowing him to push him out of the way.
Darian Williams, 4 threes.
Rebounding would help, though.
11 of 15 from 3. And Baylor from long range, a second 3 for the Baylor Bears as Jeremy Roach gets his first points of the night.
It's amazing, Roxy, that
Final 4.
Grant McCaslin is really good at defining what the roles are and communicating that to his team.
JT Toppin doing what he does.
JT Toppin's the guy that's got to score the ball, and they're going to look to find him in a lot of...
And at Kansas, a 3 short from Kevin Overton. Crossover. How about that move? It doesn't go for Jeremy Roach, but a quick move.
Shoulder, he was able to finish with nobody there.
One more for Duke, a 2-time captain for the Blue Devils. And Baylor trims it back down to 10.
I'm surprised he didn't shoot that right away. That was a late closeout.
3. 12th first half 3. This one from Elijah Hawkins.
Greens. That they're getting the matchup advantage that they want, and immediately they get the ball to it, which is why they just drew that foul there.
6th team foul on Baylor. The next one puts Texas Tech into the bonus. As Darian Williams goes inside and with his strength is able to get to the middle and
how much he was going to be out on the floor tonight.
Largest lead for the Red Raiders. Three-pointer, a good look by Rhodes, but cleaned up by Norchad. Elijah Hawkins. 5 on the timer. The lob for JT Toppin, who lays it in.
So when you have that on-ball screen, you're forcing those two defensive players to make that read and creating space to attack the hoop. Texas Tech does that as well as anybody in the country.
PJ Edgecombe turns the corner, fouled, and will get to the line. He's as good as there is at that. And that's why then at 8 on ESPN, the women's selection special, followed on ESPN2 at 9 by women's bracketology, and at 10, men's tournament bracketology is Norchad Omier with the lane. He has 16.
Standing effort out of him all game long.
All season long as he blocks the shot of Kevin Overton.
Norchad Omier has 8 consecutive double-doubles.
And Norchad Omier is clutching his right knee, is now being helped up by his team.
You don't have anybody else.
Norchad Omier missing the front end of the 1-and-1. But they're already without Langston Love tonight. They've been missing for about a month. That's a 3 by JT Toppin, a 2. His foot was on the line. The deep 2, they're going to review it at halftime to see if it should be a 3. But no Langston Love. Josh Ojonwuna's been out for about a month. Those are 2 key players for Scott Drew.
Most points for Texas Tech in a half this season is 52. Have happened here tonight for Texas Tech. This has been a clinic about Florida, Alabama. We hardly talk about the team from Lubbock at the broadcast table.
Wouldn't have been the first time you've thought about it.
Well, usually it's for other reasons, Roxy, but we'll talk about that in 14 seconds.
Elijah Hawkins. 5 left in the half, and a foul, and that puts Texas Tech on the line. The 17th foul.
Everybody has gotten their opportunity to shine here in the first 20 minutes, and we talk so frequently about
their best shooter probably on the roster has not contributed. 1 for 2 for Hawkins. Baylor the rebound. One last chance. Jaden Nunn steps into a 3. Rattles out. 52-39. Texas Tech the highest. Is starting the second half for Texas Tech. And not Chance McMillan. Norchad Omier. A couple of pump fakes. Rattles out. Got his own miss. Switches side to the hoop and draws the foul.
5 offensive rebounds now for Norchad Omier, and wedges them out so that he can create space to go get the offense. Any list you pass Tim Duncan on, you've done something really well in your career. And
shot clock inside 10 for the Red Raiders, who are 12 for 20 from 3. Deep 3, 13 of 21. Elijah Hawkins with his 3rd 3. And the rebound tipped out, and Baylor controls. Jalen Celestine, a nice move on the baseline. First points for the grad transfer.
No movement. Hawkins is asking guys to move, and nobody's cutting and moving without the ball.
Kerwin Walton fires from the corner.
Well, I'd start listening to Hawkins because he was yelling for Walton to do that for about 5 seconds. And it's a double-double now for Hawkins. He's got 10 points to go along with 10 assists.
And that's the 4th 3 for Kerwin Walton tonight.
And everybody's standing there waiting for Walton to move out of the corner. They're like looking like, dude,
you mean that wasn't the play? Stand around, wait till the shot clock's about to expire, throw the 3 and have it go. And 1, Norchad Omier.
That's the play every time for Baylor. That allowed that lane and that gap for him to attack and get downhill.
23 for Norchad Omier, 1 off a season high. He had 24 early in the season against St. John's.
Staying in the zone defense.
Slipping inside, and Omier fouls Catching 8 points per game off the bench for Grant McCaslin. I told you at the top of the broadcast that was a concern coming in for the Red Raiders.
I'm interested to see if he comes back in this game. He had a sensational first half.
And we have not seen Chance McMillan here in the second half. DJ Edgecombe skips to the bucket and it rattles in.
This is an interesting. They're comfortable with that shot at Texas Tech. Grant McCaslin is okay running the wing and throwing it ahead.
And a foul is weaving his way in with Jaden Nunn. He'll get to the line. Texas Tech in the quarters. Up
that Chance McMillan is out and it's your time. You've got to make sure for the last 5. Number 4 in white is the guy that has to step up and fill that.
Tough deep three short from Elijah Hawkins. And the rebound, Jaden Nunn, Baylor running. BJ Edgecombe down the lane. Gets to the bucket, and it's an 8-point game.
Norchad Omier with the assist. And you will say, Sean, how does he get Carolina? Assuming that you're not going to see JT Toppin welcome back to the ball game. But assuming that you're not going to see Cooper Flagg, which they said it was a long shot he plays in the semifinals. I think it should be no shot. If Carolina wins that game, that solidifies them almost 100% that they're going to be in the field.
Back to a double-digit lead for Texas Tech. Norchad Omier, the step through and the power move by Norchad Omier. A season high.
In the center of the floor and just plant their 2 feet and say, give me the ball.
JT Toppin, and it's poked away by Norchad Omier. BJ Edgecombe in transition. Lays it in. Shot clock at 10. 7-point game, the closest Baylor has been since it was 25-18. But now it's a 9-point game as JT Toppin. Third scorer. That the 2 guys just can't carry them alone, especially the way Texas Tech has shot the ball from deep.
Back on the island of Omier.
Norchad Omier gets that one to crawl in. Fine line there, almost got a technical after the foul with his reaction to the foul call. Darian Williams missing the 3. JT Toppin pulls it down. It goes for work and 1. 4th foul on Norchad Omier.
As you pointed out, Roxy, so on the step through here, I mean, you're in no glory and it's just a 2-hand shove. And this is going to be a dunk, and instead you put your hands on your hip. Individual workout. Grant McCaslin said he's got no ego. He just wants to work and get better.
And it's ripped away by BJ Edgecombe from JT Toppin. Jaden Nunn.
Well, that's the guy who keeps going from the outside. We saw it last night. 8.
JT Toppin at the high post. Up and under with the right hand. 24 for Toppin.
How good is his base? Like, he is so strong, so compact. Very rarely gets knocked off his line.
Norchad Omier sitting with his 4 fouls. And the fall away, Jaden Nunn starting to get involved.
He's had to. I mean,
pull-up jumper, Jeremy Roach. And Baylor has trimmed it to 5. They're within 5 for the first time. JT Toppin on the baseline, and he's forced underneath and a push on Baylor. Now the Red Raiders. And JT Toppin nails the front end.
Out of the game, you eliminate a lot of the reboundings, the second chance points that have been able to be manufactured with Norchad.
They nearly turned it over in the backcourt. Texas Tech leaving the door open for Baylor as BJ Edgecombe lost it, and it's cleaned up by Norchad Omier. Pulls it down. He's got a double-double.
You can screen zones, and that's when you're starting to see Williams come up. But I'd like to see JT Toppin come up and get engaged, and then do that little short roll and try to get him the ball there.
Darian Williams spinning, gets inside, then missed underneath, and it's out of bounds. We're going the other. BJ Edgecombe trying to move down the lane. Robert Wright, the third, gets his own miss. It's stripped, and it's out of bounds. It's a Baylor ball.
In the play after he's throwing the ball in. There it is. They didn't get anything out of it. They popped Celestine.
Miss on the pull-up. Edgecombe and Overton wrestling for the ball, and the arrow belongs to Texas Tech.
And cutting with like the intent to get the ball back and score. You want to be deliberate here, but you also want to go with about 10 seconds on the clock.
Here's JT Toppin. Elijah Hawkins, 5 to shoot. Toppin inside. Toppin leans in. Gets his own miss. Loose ball picked up, and Christian Anderson plays it out for a 3 that Hawkins misses.
Not sure.
Celestine the rebound.
Not sure I would have taken that shot. The clock is your friend right there. You got the offensive rebound. You have 20 seconds to work with.
Robert Wright, the third, the kick. Corner 3. And a miss from Jaden Nunn. And Texas Tech with the rebound. Can you play this out, or you do need a foul?
You don't need a foul right now. You can play this out. You got to get a stop. And then I'm looking to drive right away here. If you're Baylor, you're looking to get out in the open floor and attack. You got to run off the rebound.
Christian Anderson.
Toppin was wide open. Anderson missed him. It's too late.
Here he is. Blocked by Norchad Omier. And the miss caught by Kevin Overton. And here comes Baylor. Robert Wright, the third. Lays it in. Timeout Baylor, 26.5.
That's an outstanding job by a freshman guard, understanding time and possession.
14 and have not scored in over 5 minutes. The baseball pass for Kevin Overton. And he's fouled, and will get to the line. It should be a 2-shot foul. Already 79%, I should say.
You have to force the issue. Worst case scenario, you want to get to the free throw line at the other end of the floor.
Overton makes both.
I see, I'd step up here and make him pick it up. Good job by Anderson trying to come up and force them to pick up the ball earlier in the backcourt.
Robert Wright tries to turn the corner. The kick out, Jaden Nunn. 3. No timeouts for Baylor. Get it into Elijah Hawkins, and he's fouled by Robert Wright with 11.2 remaining.
Robert Wright has
moved from the line tonight.
He makes this, it's a 2-possession contest.
And it is. Robert Wright darts to the basket, lays it in. The next foul, it's a 2-shot foul, as that puts Texas Tech into the double bonus.
At the free throw line will be
missed.
Insane.
Clinging to the lead. He missed both. Norchado near the rebound. BJ Edgecombe for the win.
What a game. How entertaining was that? At halftime, you and I would have never thought that Texas Tech's offense would be locked up. Scott Drew going to the zone defense. It worked. It made things tight. The offense did not